What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna try and get the focus running. Hopefully this gets it running. We got some new solenoids, some VVT solenoids for the focus. I see like no videos on YouTube for how to do this on a focus, so we're going off of just kind of not guessing really, but it kind of is guessing. I think I know where in the engine the part's at, so let's see. Alright, so these things right here, these are what we're replacing, I think, because that's like the only, for one, these look like what I just showed y'all, and it's the only thing with a plug like this that goes into the engine, because like say those are not sensors, but they're solenoids that go on top of the the two camshafts inside of the engine, so they have to be on the engine, you know what I mean? So those are the only things that's there. So I'm about to mark these up because for some reason, okay, so y'all saw how that was inside of the engine bay, right? The parts I got from Ford has this little hold on, let me see. See, now these parts that I just got from Ford have this little bracket right here that you would put a bolt or something through to hold that in, and obviously I don't think there's somewhere to bolt that into that's inside of the engine, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. I mean, I don't know. I guess we're finna find out, because I don't know. Okay, so this turned into a bit more than what I was thinking. Why every time I start filming, he does that? Okay, so basically what I'm about to do, we're about to take this valve cover off and see if these are the same as those parts that I got, that I showed you guys, because it's still possible, because the bolt could be inside of down here, you know, which is pretty stupid if it is, but that could be the case, and that could be why it's not like moving at all, like with any play. So we're gonna take this valve cover off, and yeah, which is kind of annoying, but it's what we gotta do, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. So there's, you know, bolts all around here, so you're gonna undo those. We may have to kind of undo these right here, maybe, to kind of get it up. We'll see. And then hopefully this is correct, and we could just replace those real quick and then put the valve cover back on, and the car will be running good, hopefully. So let's find out. Okay, so valve cover here is off, as you guys see. So under here I'm actually looking, and I'm not sure if you guys can see, but that bolt right there that you see, like not the one directly in front of the lens, but the one right behind there, that's the bolt that I needed to get to. So that does kind of confirm that at least I got the right part. So now let's just get this cover off. I also want to kind of see the, you know, the inside of the engine. That's kind of cool too, to see it with the cover off. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, pull this cover, and hopefully once we replace these solenoids, fixes everything and we're good. So let's go ahead and get to that. Alright, so here's a look at, you know, everything. Here are the two cams, and these are the two solenoids. This is the intake one in the front, and the exhaust is in the rear. I don't know which one is bad, like I said, so I'm gonna replace them all. These gaskets, you want to make sure that you keep these kind of, you know, in place, along with this one right here. This is the one for your valve cover. It just goes inside of these grooves right here. You literally just set it in there, and as long as you don't rip it whenever you're taking the cover off of the car itself, the gasket is reusable. You don't have to always replace it, which is, you know, that's nice. So you want to make sure all your gaskets go back into where they were supposed to go, right here. And then my saber's just gonna unscrew this bolt and pull this out, put the new one in, and put this cover back on, and then we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll fast forward and show you guys afterwards. Alright, so here's a look at, you know, everything. Here are the two cams, and these are the two solenoids. This is the intake one in the front, and the exhaust is in the rear. I don't know which one is bad, like I said, so I'm gonna replace them all. These gaskets, you want to make sure that you keep these kind of, you know, in place, along with this one right here. This is the one for your valve cover. It just goes inside of these grooves right here. You literally just set it in there, and as long as you don't rip it whenever you're taking the cover off of the car itself, the gasket is reusable. You don't have to always replace it, which is, you know, that's nice. So you want to make sure all your gaskets go back into where they were supposed to go, right here. And then my saber's just gonna unscrew this bolt and pull this out, put the new one in, and put this cover back on, and then we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll fast forward and show you guys afterwards. Alright, so this is the new one. So all you gotta do, we pulled the old one out. It's an 8 mil. You undo it, just literally just comes out. You take your new one and you just gently kind of finesse it in there, right there, and then you hand start your screw, and then you do the same with your other one right here, and then you just go ahead and tighten them up, and you're gonna put your cover back on and bolt, you know, make sure you tighten everything down, plug everything back in, and then you're done. So let's go ahead and do that now, because I don't have the other one in my hand. Okay, so we got all of the engine bay back together. We have all the bolts tightened down. I looked it up. It's only 5 foot-pounds of torque for the valve cover screws. So, you know, just make sure you get those down. Make sure you do all 4 of these. Make sure all of your electrical connections are back. Double check it all, everything. We have the battery disconnected, waiting for it to clear the check engine code, so that way we can just make sure that it doesn't come back. And then we're going to take it for a drive and make sure that it actually drives normal. And hopefully it does. Because honestly, I saw videos of other people doing this, and on their car, these, like on other Ford engines, these are not right here. They're like either here and here, or like somewhere else where they're more easily accessible than taking off the whole valve cover just to get to them, which really wasn't that bad at the end of the day. But, you know, considering that other engines have it a lot easier, I think that's just the universe hating me again. But whatever. That is true. Also, if we had to take that to a shop, that's like $600-700 that we'd have to spend right there, just because they took off the valve cover. So you know how that goes. Do your own work at home, kids. Don't take it to a shop. Okay, let's start it. Okay, so I took it for a drive. It drives normal again. You know, there's no more of that stuttering or none of that. So we fixed that issue. The check engine light is still on though, because it did say it was running rich, so I think that code is still going to be there. So until I do that, and I think that's just an O2 sensor, I think that I need to replace that. It's about time. The car's at like 75,000 miles. I know they say about like 90 to 100 change it, but I mean it's possible it could be going bad a little, or at least whatever. So I think once we fix that, that'll clear the check engine code, and hopefully the car will be running good and back to normal then, and we've got the Focus back. So with that being said, that was my first time pulling a valve cover off of a car or anything like that. That was fun. It was really cool to get to see the inside of the engine too, see the cams, all that good stuff. It was cool to see all that. Guys, I want to say one thing. Well, not one thing, it's a few things. First, if you guys are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Or if you thought you were subscribed, just double check, make sure. Apparently YouTube has been like unsubscribing people from me. I've had somebody like message me say that like YouTube unsubscribed them from me. So just double check, make sure that you're subscribed still, and turn on your notifications so that way you know when I upload. Leave likes and comments on the videos. It helps me out a ton. And also, I'd like to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think about the videos. I want to know everything. So leave a comment down below. Leave a like or a dislike, I guess, if you don't like the video. And remember also, any of you guys that are looking for wheels, tires, suspension, or anything like that, or if you want any cool kind of merch, anything like that, go on Fitment Industries. Look on there. They've got you covered with whatever you need, wheels, tire, and suspension wise, from lowering springs to air suspension and everything in between. And they have whatever wheel you want, any tire you want, it's on there. They got you. And if you guys buy anything, remember, whenever you're going through the ambassadors, look for my name and help support me, and let them know that I'm doing a good job of supporting them, and letting you guys know about them. You know what I mean? So we got the Focus back, so that's the end of this video. I'm excited because I missed my car, man. Missed the Focus. I was having to drive my parents' car to work for a few days, and I was like, man, I missed my car. Like, I didn't think being down without it for a few days would really like matter, but I was like, dang, I kind of missed my car, dude. But we got it back now. So with that being said, you guys know the deal. Stay safe. Just make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button. We're almost at 200 subscribers, so please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because we're almost there. Literally, we're like less than 20 followers away, I think. Not followers, subscribers. We're like less than 20 away from hitting 200. So do that for me, and I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next video. Peace.